This one features Josh Jacobs. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Raiders and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And leading him out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they can't bring him down. Still on his feet. He's on his way. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his 2nd start in the NFL.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 7 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
2nd and 1. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
92 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First down, Raiders.
Stroud to throw it. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Second down and 3.
Second and 3 at the Broncos 17-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now here's Stroud on third down. That is caught. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Here's Jacobs. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
Third and goal, here's the option left. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up forward. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback, and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. An early decision point here, Charles, maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them, I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Out of the gun now on third down. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the second time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm
fantasy
going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy a lot, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You know,
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game. I enjoy watching
you do it. You're an analyst. You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. When you look at this Bronco defense, they enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
How about that stuff right there? Got into the backfield, spilled him for a loss.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. 3.5 to go, first quarter. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, Las Vegas.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. It's a room to maneuver. And how about the work on the ground to start the drive? 2 big-time runs. This one 19 yards and another first. 133 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Stroud looking to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Play action. Here's Stroud. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Muscles him off. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38 as they've got it as we resume action. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Back to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just shedding him off there. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. They'll drop to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. It's complete to Brown, right side. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati. So now trying to make amends. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 138 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Stroud. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Now Stroud. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Throwing now is Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stroud off the play fake. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Jacobs going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 2nd and goal from the 1. Jacobs again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first-half lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Denver's offense now set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there for Denver. 46 yards on the ground. Right back to him on first down. And able to get this to the 31.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And that was just brute strength against brute strength and defensive brute one out there.
We often talk about leverage in a game. Offensive line versus defensive line. Who can get lower and create some space? In this case, as you pointed out, the defensive line got it done.
Yeah, they went to the fullback dive. Could not get the first. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Stroud. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Now they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still first down.
Stroud to throw it. And that one complete once again to Higgins. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2nd and 7. Stroud will look to throw once more. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Broncos' 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. There's Hall bringing in another one. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Again, it's Stroud. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Stroud looking to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. Touchdown, Raiders! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He's up over 100 yards rushing for the game already, and he scored 3 times as well, as they went to him early and often, and with good reason.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And Gay knocks this one through. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted. But he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. There's a short one, complete to Harris. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Stroud, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
8 yards to go.
Stroud on 3rd down now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Back to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Same target. It's Jacobs again. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Raiders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Broncos 6.
On out as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And taken right on the 30. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
2nd down and a yard.
At the 45-yard line.
Stroud out of the gun here. He finds his man complete. That's Hall. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
A gain of a yard. 1st down, Raiders.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, down at the 31. Throwing now is Stroud. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Now Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And he returns this to the 22. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now?
There he goes left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And those
plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Here's 2nd and 8. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Gay's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
161 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd down, Jacobs. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Stroud. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 19-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They'll drop to throw, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Looking to throw. This is caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And Jacobs is going to have a Raiders 1st down as he'll get this up to midfield. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Las Vegas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game.